Put simply, I'm going to show you the hottest watches you can buy on the market right now. Let's get into it. Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. Today, I'm going to show off 3 absolutely banging new watches you need to know about. This is the first in a series of the hottest watches right now. And with the first one of the series, I thought I'd give it a British theme. Yes, all 3 companies are based in Britain. One from one of my favorite companies of all time. One from a company that is starting to make some waves in the field watch world. And another one that has so much attention to detail, I'm not going to be able to find the words to tell you how good it is. Anyway, I'm going to show off these absolute stunners, and lucky for them, they're going to get the wife's first impressions. Are you hottest watches right now ready? Let's go. Now, before I tell you about the first watch, let me tell you about today's sponsor, who are Bravo Watchware. Most of you guys out there have amassed a fantastic watch collection, haven't you? Spent a bit of money on them, yeah? So why is it when it comes to storing our watches, we end up spending the least amount of money with the least amount of care with it? It's time to give your watches a level up when it comes to storing them. Now, Bravo are the original gradient watch box makers. Their zip-up boxes are made with premium soft leather, top quality zip hardware, and best of all, each coloured watch box comes with a different gradient of colour pillows. Like the pool party blue has quite a bright selection, but then you could choose something like a moss green that has a more earthly colour palette. Me, well, I chose the retro brown. And would you look at my beauties, being held in what only can be described as the colour of my grandparents' living room carpet that hadn't changed since the 70s. We got a protective suede interior, no up or down movement with the pillows. Their website is launching right now. In the description below, you'll find a link to Bravo. Get on there, take a look at what they have to offer, and let's start appreciating the watches even when they're not on the wrist. So what I've got for you today is 2 divers and a field watch, like a field watch sandwich with dive watches. I don't know. The first one is from a company called CWC, the Cabot Watch Company. They were first founded in 1972 and were formed just to issue watches to the British military. Now, today's watch is in their Royal Navy diver range, and it is CWC being as modern as they can be. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the TI300. Now, you lot know I absolutely adore this case shape and design, but why is this one different? Well, it's because this watch is made from grade 5 titanium. Yes, fresh off the back of the successful collaboration with the Grey NATO podcast, CWC has brought out their own titanium diver, and I think it's absolutely class. The darker grey tones of titanium does make a watch look more modern, even though titanium was being made from watches by the likes of Citizen in the 70s. This watch is definitely a sign that CWC are not resting on their laurels, bringing out actual new references for the modern watch enthusiast. Now, I own a 1980 limited edition Royal Navy diver with the automatic movement, and there are definitely some differences. As you can see, mine is polished all over. That's the way these watches came back in the day in 1980. With titanium, well, you get a matte finish. It's not brushed and it's not polished. It's just the way titanium is. Almost like a bead blasted look. And for this case shape, I think it's an absolute match made in heaven. It makes the watch look more toolier, like I said, more modern. The bezel used, it's 120 clicks, unidirectional. Very nice, very positive. Have a listen. Oh yeah. If you know me and you know the channel, I prefer 60 clicks. However, as titanium bezels go, and I've twisted a lot of them in the past, they always tend to be very light and cheap feeling. This one, oh hell no. Tiniest bit of back play, but that I could twist him all day. Now with its screw down crown and screw down case back, this watch is water resistant to 300 meters, hence the name TI300. It's sort of doing exactly what it says on the tin, isn't it? With all CWC divers, the giant reholt that slides you into the dial that always gets me. And because of that, the dial is not very big, which means for a 41mm watch, it's not gonna wear like that on your wrist. It's gonna feel more like a 39 to 40. That little sloping ring was only used in Royal Navy divers for 1 year in 1991, and it looks absolutely amazing. We've got a flat sapphire glass. This is a quartz watch. We have the ETA F06.402 HAQ, which I think stands for hacking. The unscrewing of it is magnificent. The operating of the hands, well, it feels like a Swiss watch. By the way, these watches are made in Switzerland. On my 6.5-inch wrist, and wow, well, I already knew it was going to look and feel good anyway. It being made of titanium, it's around 30% lighter than normal stainless steel. I don't feel it's that light, like a Pelagos 39, to make me think it's cheap. I don't feel that. And on this military grey strap, oh, it just looks amazing, doesn't it? Now, this is going to be available on pre-order very soon. There's only going to be 300 of these babies available, and they're going to be priced at £1,200. Now, some people do question the price of CWCs. Remember, they are Swiss made, Swiss built. That really does come at a price. And the fact that CWC don't order a huge batch makes the unit price that much bigger. This company also has to make a profit. I can definitely see the appeal in this watch. There's a lot of CWC history in here, and with a modernized feel. The titanium, ooh, it's good. I got a feeling these could go within minutes. Might even see if I can keep it. Right, time for a field watch. You guys know I love one, having recently got my beautiful Vertex M36 bronze. This next watch is from a company called Boken. They haven't been around too long, but are certainly doing some great things at the minute, encapsulating a spirit of exploration. And in actual fact, the word Boken means adventure in Japanese. Basically, it's all about the journey, not the destination. Boken are British built. The watches are assembled in Great Britain because the company want to emphasize British made, showing off British companies and collaborating with other British companies to show off the quality that it has to offer. But ladies and gentlemen, here is the Boken Breacher. This watch does an amazing job of giving a tiny little reference to vintage field watches and then bringing the field watch into 2025. A simple but refined automatic mechanical watch that you could wear every single day of the week. This is an unabashed tool watch. Not trying to be fancy, but here to do a proper job. Even though the case is very simplistic, it's very bold, and there are certain little features that really do the talking, such as that amazing knurled crown. I'm a massive sucker for a knurled crown. I don't know about you. I want to twist it. The case is well made, as is the bracelet. This is a prototype, and there are a couple of things Boken are going to change to the first run of this watch, such as the links to the bracelet will be screws, not pins. You get a great milled clasp, and you get a quick on-the-fly easy extension. The end link, I think, is being changed slightly, as well as the text is changing on the case back. However, screw down crown, screw down case back. This is a 200-meter water-resistant field watch with a flat sapphire glass and anti-reflective coating. But look at the dial. For something that simple, there's so much character to it, such as the texture of the dial, which also is matte, the lovely pops of red all over it, and because the numerals are raised off the dial and are actual superluminova blocks, means there is a sort of dynamism to this watch I do get with the likes of my Vertex M36. Inside the watch we have a Sellita SW200 Elaborate movement. It's automatic, loses or gains 3 seconds a day, sweeping away at 28,800 beats per hour, 39 millimeters in diameter, just over 11 mil thick, 46 lug to lug, and a 20 millimeter lug width. This thing is going to look great on a lot of straps. Now, like the CWC, this watch is on for pre-order as well. You can get a GMT breacher, a PVD black breacher. This watch will cost you £1,399. I very much doubt Boken are making many, and the fact they are British made and assembled, it does come at a cost. This is one of those watches where really you don't need another one. Yeah, all right, maybe not me. Maybe not some of you out there as well, but still. It's just well designed, and it was one of my favourite watches at this year's British Watchmakers event. And I look forward to seeing what Boken do in the coming years.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Okay, on to my final watch, and this is a diver, and it's from a company called Marloe. They've been around almost 10 years now, and the motto of this company has always been time well spent. And I tell you what, you can see it in all aspects of this company. Their focus is on the craft of the watch and the attention to detail with every timepiece they make. They pride themselves in their customer service and celebrate the endeavours of people all around the world that have done pretty special things. But what I love about Marloe is they want a legacy. They're not here to make a quick buck and then run off into the sunset. They want to make watches that you are going to own, your kids are going to own, your grandkids are going to own, their kids' kids are going to own. They want to actually leave an impression on the watch market and people's lives for decades to come. Now, I don't usually talk about the box presentation, do I? But today I feel it would do Marloe a disservice if I didn't show you just how much time is taken into, I don't know, the experience of opening up a Marloe watch box. I have to say I've never seen something quite so special, and you've got to give Marloe a lot of credit for that. And when it comes to the watch, wow, look at this thing. This is the Mora 310. Comes in a few colours. This is what they called the C Senna, the emerald design, and quite frankly it's an absolutely stunning watch. When I first saw this online I loved it, but in person, I mean, the amount of detail on it and little characteristics of it just makes it so special. But Mora is a part of the ocean that is approximately 310 meters deep. So Marloe decided to make a watch that could go 310 meters deep, and with all proper decent divers, we have a screw down crown. Notice that we have these modular crown guards. If they were to take a bang, they can be replaced. We have a beautifully boxed dome sapphire crystal with AR coating. We have what they call a rifled bezel. It's a texture pattern they have created to make it more grippy than most dive bezels. 120 clicks, unidirectional. Not a back play in sight. Stiff, but not too stiff. It is wonderful. I do love these tubular lugs that are definitely unusual. Reminds you of the old wired lugs of watches from World War I. It's 42.9 millimeters in diameter, 12 millimeters thick, 48 millimeters lug to lug, and 20 millimeters lug width. It's 85 grams, which is quite heavy, but as we don't have a bracelet with it, it'll be fine on the wrist. Inside this watch, we have a Miyota 9039. I know it very well. 4 hertz movement, 28,800 beats per hour, 42 hours power reserve, hacks and hand winds. It's lovely to operate thanks to this big crown on my 6.5 inch wrist. Now, even though it is 42 millimeters in diameter, it still wears really well. And even though this has so much shock protection with it, it even has a soft iron cage that surrounds the movement inside this thing, giving it great anti-magnetism. This is definitely a watch you would be proud of wearing and showing off on the weekends. I've got it on their silicone strap. Really nice pattern to it. Great tang buckle. It's just a very special watch. Well done, Marloe. And to buy one of these, it's going to cost you £699, which is a great price for the amount of work and attention to detail and the overall package. This Mora 310 310 takes their watchmaking to another level in my view. Something that just looks like a Marloe and not any other watch. They've smashed it. So there we go, 3 phenomenally hot watches I would wholeheartedly recommend you buy if you had the money. I'd love to know in the comments below, which one would you choose? What a 3 watch collection this would be though, huh? Honestly, for the first episode in a long series of the hottest watches right now, it's going to be very difficult to top this one. Now, wonder what the wife thinks. So here it is, my wife's opinions on all 3 watches, starting with the CWC TI 300. Isn't this your watch? It feels very light. Have you taken all the insides out of it? This company do make nice looking watches. Onto the breacher. This watch is trying to look a little bit like a Rolex because of the numbers, but I do like the little bits of red on it. It's not blingy, therefore it's decent. And finally, the Mora 310. This one is nice. It's very blingy. It reminds me of a wet dartboard. But I do like it. We got a tick, tick, tick across the board from the wife today. I know she likes CWC, and I think if she was going to pick one, she would pick that one. But she is a field watch fan, and now I think she could be a Mora 310 fan. Thank you so much to CWC, Boken, and Marloe for sending these watches in. I hope this show gets the views it deserves because these watches need to be seen. I don't recommend any old nonsense. When I see quality or a company doing something a little different, I always like this channel to cling to them, you know? If you've watched till the end, thank you so much. Click there if you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I know I have, why don't you keep the algorithm monkey a swinging and click this one? You'll love it. Go on, click it. You'll love it. Click it.